Optimus says, I'm the best shot he's ever seen. I wish I wasn't so good at it. What? You should be totally stoked. It'll help when it comes to killing Decepticons. Killing Starscream. I can see the fire in your eyes. Be careful, it doesn't consume you. Quote RC and Carly. Having taken back their ship, the Autobots plan their next move against the Decepticons, who have found themselves caught in a power struggle. Meanwhile, the war still rages back on Cybertron. Presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed by Image Comics, Transformers, Volume 4, Issue 7, Energon Universe. On Cybertron, a squad of Autobots led by Alita 1 are ambushed by Decepticons while attempting to storm a fortress belonging to Shockwave, looking for one of their own. One by one, Huffer, Warpath, and Cup are taken down, with the latter urging Alita to keep going and save him. Kicking in the door to the fortress, Alita is horrified to find who they are looking for. Ultra Magnus, stripped to a near skeletal pile of parts. Back on Earth, in the Pacific Ocean, the captain of the USS Henry Harrison gets a call from an admiral ordering him to head to the coast of Washington in search of giant robots. Meanwhile, Soundwave calls a meeting amongst the Decepticons to challenge Starscream for command. Starscream tries to turn the others against Soundwave, but Thundercracker reminds Starscream that this is their way. Starscream is pushed into the middle and shows no interest in being part of a fight with Soundwave. The other Decepticons watch with smiles on their faces. Starscream hesitates, saying, "Wait," but Soundwave blasts him right in the face. Starscream starts to beg, suggesting co-leadership, but Soundwave ignores him, saying the time for talk is over, and hits Starscream in the face. Soundwave continues to beat on Starscream without hesitation. Soundwave asks if Starscream yields, but he refuses, throwing a rock at Soundwave. However, Starscream's efforts have little effect on Soundwave, who continues to pound him relentlessly. In a last-ditch effort, Starscream blasts Soundwave. Starscream slams his head into Soundwave, but Soundwave reveals a trick of his own that Starscream deems as cheating. Starscream unleashes Laserbeak, who attacks Starscream's eye and rips it out of his socket, then brings it back to Soundwave. With one eye missing and his arm decapitated, Starscream offers forgiveness for the betrayal, urging Soundwave to choose the right path for their species. However, Soundwave declares that talking is over as he approaches the beaten Starscream. Soundwave rips several pieces off Starscream's chest and then asserts the only path left is extermination. As Starscream refuses to yield, Soundwave throws Starscream over the cliff, having ripped out his chest and eyes, bidding him farewell with a dramatic speech. Soundwave vows to heal, ravage, and rebuild, conquer, and destroy together with the Decepticons, rallying them to his cause. The Decepticons bend on one knee before Soundwave, pledging their loyalty to their new leader. Outside the Ark, RC introduces herself to Carly, who's practicing with a rifle. RC asks if she can join her and blasts away Carly's makeshift can and bottle targets, impressing the human girl. RC laments her own talent for killing and tells Carly that she reminds RC of herself. Her clan was killed when she was young, but she was rescued by Ultra Magnus, who taught her how to fight. But as the war progressed, RC learned how the path of hate takes more than it heals, claiming Ultra Magnus died because of her. Carly, incredulous at this lecture, returns to shooting her rifle. Inside the ship, the pair are watched by Jazz and Cliffjumper. Cliff tells Jazz that Carly hasn't spoken to him since he refused to pull the trigger on Starscream, but Jazz assures him he did the right thing. Optimus Prime and Ratchet go to visit Spike Witwicky at Farmingham Hospital, but Spike doesn't wish to speak to him, saying that he needs more time after his father sacrificed himself. As the two drive back to the Ark, Optimus has a vision of himself holding a baby human. He is so distracted by this vision that he ends up driving off the road. Ratchet asks what happened, and Prime simply responds that he doesn't know. The pair eventually return to the Ark, where Wheeljack informs the Autobots that repairing more of their forces had been difficult, with Skywarp augmented Teletron 1 locking him out of the repair system, and that it will take him time to figure out a workaround. Optimus asks him to make haste. The Autobots have the upper hand, but they need to take the fight to the Decepticons. Wheeljack says they'll need a way to find them, idly musing about creating some sort of flying vehicle. Optimus says he has a plan for that, looking at the remains of Jetfire. Notes: this issue marks Cybertron's first appearance outside of flashbacks in the main Transformers title. title. We had previously seen the planet in Void Rivals number 4 with Shockwave standing vanguard while his fellow Decepticons were said to be in status due to low resources. However, the situation seems to have changed since then, with Decepticon forces active and in conflict with Elita's Autobots. Jetfire remains have been brought back to the Ark since his death back in issue 1. Starscream kicked Ravage back in issue number 5. Transformers references. The fortress that Elita's Autobots storm in the opening pages is drawn to resemble Shockwave's eye and chest, suggesting it to be a new version of Shockwave's tower. Elita 1 leading a team of Autobots left behind on Cybertron against Shockwave is in line with her original Generation 1 cartoon counterpart. Real-world references. USS Henry Harris is named for the 9th President of the United States, William Henry Harrison. This follows a tradition of aircraft carriers and other Navy ships being named after presidents, though in real life, Harrison is one of the presidents to not have a single naval vessel named for him. Next, presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed Image Comics, Transformers, Volume 4, Issue 8, Energon Universe.